Welcome to Backseat Confessions Podcast. Slide into the backseat as we listen to mostly anonymous strangers tell us stories from their lives. I'm a rideshare driver in Atlanta, and the people getting in my car have absolutely no idea I'm going to ask them to share. My commitment to you is to tell at least a snippet of virtually every story recorded in my car in the order they were told to me. My hope is that you laugh, cringe, cry, but mostly connect to these amazing people. You may find a piece of your own story, or just feel more connected to the rest of us. Join us, won't you? So, hey, my new friend, this is an adult podcast. Themes and languages are definitely not suitable for everyone. Listener discretion is advised. Hey there. I don't normally pick up hitchhikers, but something about you just made me want to pull over and have you get in. Here's the deal. You're going to hang out with me as I give some folks a ride today. And you can hang out as long as you promise not to disturb the passengers while they're telling their stories. So, if that works for you, then hop in and let's see who we come across today. So this next story reminds me of one of the quintessentially Atlanta black young male struggles. Our main guy here has been leaving the street life behind, but gets trapped between his thug roomie and an upper-class kid from Morehouse that thinks he wants to become a thug.
Story number 252. Saturday, May 1st, 2021, 5:56 p.m.
Right, I had a long week, so yeah, this was definitely just happened, right? So on April 27th, I was shot. So
wait, what?
On April the 27th, I'm ready to window up.
Yeah, that's a no. I'm just saying that's like you could have just skimmed right past that one.
So it was a regular day.
Yeah,
and
literally a Tuesday, like everybody's like just a regular Tuesday.
I'm not a drug dealer or anything like that. I'm actually a manager for a clothing line.
Yeah.
So I was staying with my roommate I was staying with a guy at the time, or whatever, and his friend. He had a friend that he had, but me and his friend used to always, like, not always, but we get into disagreements because he was just so different than me, and I'm the type of person to not necessarily exploit someone's differences, but like if someone is not like just genuinely, like, I ain't gonna say like just, no one has to be just a great person, but like if you're not like, if our signal and vibes aren't like, it's just not gonna work, and we're gonna hit butt heads. Yeah. Period. So me and him had gotten to it before, and we squashed it. So to this day, he's over at the house, and he's trying to sell me something, and I'm like, okay, cool. But when he tells me the price is ridiculous, and I'm like, but I know he's only doing this because of our previous arguments, and he just wants to look good in front of the guy that I stay with or whatever like that. Yeah. And he also looks up to this guy that I stay with too, and that's important. Okay. So we're there, we're sitting there. No, we're not sitting there, we're standing there. I'm talking to him, whatever. Then we get the price down a little bit. Okay. So
and you're anonymous. So are we talking drugs, or are we talking about something completely legal that he's selling?
It's drugs.
Okay,
but it's bullshit drugs. Though. Like nothing you could even get in trouble for, I think.
Okay, got it.
I mean, it was promethazine. It wasn't even like promethazine with codeine.
Got it. Okay, so real basic. Okay,
right. Nothing. So that's why he was just trying to overcharge me for it or whatever. Yeah. And so I'm like, I just was like, whatever, just give me the $60 worth. Even though that's still $60 worth from someone else would be way more than what he was trying to give me. But it was like, whatever, I don't even care. So then I'm like, so I'm like, okay, you could do it. And he was about like, before he even like was trying to like pour it in the bottle or whatever, he said, give me the money first. Now mind you, we're in my house.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and I actually know you. This is weird. Like, why are you?
Right.
Usually with transactions, with any transaction, the item and the money is transferred at the same time.
Correct.
So I'm like, you're acting weird. But then I walked off, but he's also a weird guy. So I was like, I don't even know why I expect anything else from you.
Right.
That's what I said to him. I told him that. So then he So then after that, so I come back with my money. You know, as I'm peeling off the money, I tell him like, you make me want to take this from you. But I'm like, but I was just upset or whatever. I wasn't gonna take it from him. But
you were expressing your frustration.
I was just expressing my frustration. Like, you acting weird. You make me want to just take this from you. Like, so then he said something like, he doesn't even know how to respond to what I said. Like, he just like, I'd like to see you try. Like, he didn't, but he didn't even really say it though. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of like, he kind of said it. But then the guys in the house started laughing at him, and because he still sold me the stuff after I said that to him. Like, most people probably wouldn't have.
Right.
Like, so you know, this is how you know, like, he's a different type of character than me. Like, he's like, I'm just like, I know this is how he is. So I'm basically exposing it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So then he just leaves out and goes to the car.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, I know he's going to get his gun or whatever.
Wow, you actually knew this.
Oh, I know. I'm not crazy. Like, I've been around a long enough time to understand. Like, I read people very, very well. So
right.
like, his energy, like, I could tell once that happened, he got very quiet. He wasn't saying anything, and it was like I could almost tell that he was like looking at me, but I wasn't even looking at him. I could just tell. But I'm chilling. Like, I'm over the situation pretty much.
Yeah.
So, but as soon as he leaves, he goes out. I grab my gun and put it on my person.
Mm-hmm.
So. But it's like the type of person he is. This man he went to Morehouse. He's like the guy that I live with basically changed his life and changed him into this quote unquote street dude that he's not. His family, they're Masons. He's very rich.
Okay,
like,
hold on. So the guy that you live with is Morehouse in?
No, the guy that I live with is not. He's a street dude.
Okay, he's a street dude that you live with, and then the other guy that was selling you the stuff, he's the guy that went to Morehouse and then became like part of the Masons and is successful and all that.
Yeah, his people are they're like very well off. He has no reason. He has no business even being around.
Okay.
Period.
I got you.
Honestly.
Okay, so he could be doing a lot more with his life.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Exactly. So we're what I'm about to say. So boom, I have my gun on my person. He comes in. So now mind you, and like, so you know, I told you that everybody in the house was laughing, basically instigating, like telling him like, you still sold him the stuff after he said that to you, this, that, and the third. They like, I wouldn't have ever did that. Like, just boosting his head up, making him more angry. And like, so I'm just like, so after that, my roommate again, he comes to instigating again. He says, why y'all over there acting like y'all still have it on your mind? Now mind you, I'm just chilling. I'm literally just walking around the kitchen. I'm getting something, and I just look at him and I say, you have something you want to say to me? Like, do you feel some type of way? Because I know if you're saying that and I know I'm good, he has to be looking at me some type of weird way or something like that.
Yeah.
For you to even say that. So I'm like, I asked him, and then we have an exchange of words. We're going back and forth, and then I'm like, man, get him up out of here. Ooh. And then when he does that, so now I'm angry at this point. So I'm talking to the other people that's in the house about the situation. I'm like, I know he had his gun. I'm telling them like, I told y'all he had his gun. He wouldn't take his hand out of his hoodie. I'm like, I'm not crazy. Like, that's why I grabbed my gun. I'm like, and then because what started off the argument was when they asked why y'all still thinking about that. As soon as they said that, he asked me like, why are you grabbing your gun? I'm like, I'm not grabbing my gun. But I'm like, what if I am grabbing my gun? What would happen? You're not gonna do anything. Like, so I'm like, get him up out of here or whatever. So then they leave. Him and my roommate leave out. Then they come back in. My roommate says, "Oh, he said he doesn't want to leave." I ignored that. That was super weird, but I ignored it because I was already so upset. Yeah. So I go right back to the dude. Like, so, like, what do you want to do? I tell him like, we can fight or whatever. Like, I'm like, we can fight. I'm like, it could be whatever you want to do. I'm literally putting my gun down on the table. Like, I'm not trying to do nothing
shady.
I'm not trying to shoot you or nothing like that. Like, And so now at this point, I'm telling him like, put your gun down. Everybody in the house like, bro, yeah, put your gun down. Everybody in the house literally who has a gun on them are just taking their guns out and putting them on the table. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, we're not doing that. This is not like you're not about to be here angry and with the gun.
Yes.
So they're trying to literally take the gun from him. So now mind you, I'm putting my gun out on the table. Like, I'm putting it down, just like let them know like this. I'm not trying to hurt you or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to even like punch you without me seeing you. Like, I'm trying to give you a fair fight.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
If that's what you want. Yeah.
Right. If that's what you want. So then the guy. So then out of nowhere he just goes like, all right, put your gun right here. Or whatever, like, now mind you, everybody else's guns are on the table. Literally the entire house.
Yeah.
It's like probably 3 guns on the table, and except for him, he still has his hand in his pocket. And everybody like, bro, take your hand out your pocket, put your gun down. We all put our guns down. It should be no problem.
Right.
But I know. But now, but knowing, looking back, I realized he already had what he wanted to do in his head as soon as he went outside and grabbed his gun.
Yeah.
So he was like, put your gun down or whatever. So I was like, bro, I just have my gun right here. Now, mind you, I'm not thinking of him as a threat at all. Like, like I said, he's a Morehouse student. Like, he literally wasn't like this until the guy I live with made him into the person he is. Literally, I promise.
Jeez.
He is not a street dude or nothing. Like, he's still trying to be something he's not right now. I guarantee you. So then after I put my gun down the last time, he grabs my gun. He starts aiming his gun at me, at my face.
And he has your gun now,
he has my gun, but as soon as he grabbed my gun, the entire house just went up. So everybody's trying to grab the guns, and so, but in the midst of that, he's pointing the gun at my face. So I'm like trying to move out the way. I'm moving back and forth, but then my roommate grabs his arm, pushes it in the air. So when he pushes in the air, I attack him and I tackle him. We slam into the counter, and as we fighting over the gun, his gun shoots me in the thigh. And it shoot me in the thigh, come out the side, and it grazed me on the right leg. But I'm still in the midst of, even though I'm shot, all I can say is I'm shot. I'm telling them, everybody has ran out the house too, because they seen us fighting over guns, and they made sense, because I know they didn't want to get shot either.
For sure.
So no one is in the house except for me and him at a point. So I'm like, he shoot me, and I'm still holding his arms. So after he shoot me, it's like I get a tighter grip on him, and he can't even move. So I'm holding his arms. We walk from inside of my apartment all the way to the front of the apartment building. And my friend grabs the guns, and then I go to the hospital. And then, so listen.
Okay.
So this is crazy. The story is
so far it's pretty crazy, bro.
So look, so boom. Now he has a Hellcat 2021 wide body.
Okay.
Now, as I'm in the house I'm just trying to get important stuff before I go to the hospital, like my bag, keys, phone, just so I can call my mom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So once I do that, I look, his Hellcat keys are on the floor. So I grab his car keys. I'm like, okay, but I'm not even knowing if I'm gonna die at this point though. So I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna grab these keys, and then we'll just see later what happens. Yeah. So I get to the hospital, no arteries hit. I was bleeding. I wasn't even bleeding that bad, honestly. Like, it was just,
thank God.
For real. They were telling me I was really close to hitting the artery.
Yeah, because you hit that big old artery in the thigh in I don't know how many minutes, but it's not long, and all your blood goes out.
Yep. So but it wasn't even that much blood. So I go to the hospital. I get out the same day. And then, so after I get out, his car is still parked there. So I have it now. So for the next few days, I have his car. Okay. So I'm driving around in his car or whatever. This is anonymous, right?
Yeah, this is anonymous. Yeah.
So I'm about to sell his car for $30,000. I swear to God, I'm about to sell it for $30,000, literally on that Monday. So I'm going to the car. I'm literally, and mind you, my family had just come to Atlanta to help me move my stuff out the house I just got shot in.
Okay.
They were here to help me get my stuff so I could leave and go back to where I'm from.
Yeah.
So I get the stuff. So no, I didn't even get the stuff. I'm there. My grandparents and my cousin, they're down. My aunties are downstairs waiting on me. Yeah. I'm going to the car really quick to grab something. Yeah. And I look up and the police are right there. I'm like, damn. So I'm grabbing my guns. I'm grabbing my guns out the car. Yeah. So, because I'm going back over there to the apartment, so I'm like, I'm not about to go over there like without nothing, because I'm just paranoid at this point.
For sure.
So, I look up and the police right there. I throw the guns right back in the car. Yeah. And I'm about to walk away from the car. Yeah. So as soon as I walk off, the police like back up, and I'm like, damn. So I run back in the car. I'm in a high speed chase now.
Oh no.
You probably might have heard about this.
Uh-oh.
I'm in a high speed chase. And then and then I'm in high speed chase. I did something dumb. I told you I'm not really from out here, so like I needed to use my GPS because I was about to go to like Decatur, but when I put the GPS in, it took me right back past the hotel.
Oh, no.
But like I was still leaving them, but like so it was so much traffic though during this time. I was downtown,
and you're in this Hellcat,
and I'm in this Hellcat,
and those things go.
And I'm gone. It was a point in time where I was nobody even behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm in traffic though, so I get on the sidewalk, and then once I get on the sidewalk, I'm thinking like I could go straight, but it's a sewer, and then once I go forward, the car disables, and I'm in jail for the next day.
Ooh. And
I go to jail, bond out for my bond was $31,000.
Wow.
And I had to pay like I'm gonna leave that part out. I had to pay a percentage of that.
Okay. Yep.
And I just had I just got I got the #1 criminal attorney in Atlanta.
Wow.
What's his name? Sam Donald or something like that.
Huh. Yeah. Wow. So why did the cops want to talk to you? What was that all about?
See, and then this is another thing. The crazy thing is the cops when they came up to me, they weren't even looking for me. They were looking for the guy who shot me.
Dude, why'd you run?
It's just I don't know. Honestly, I was thinking like, man, and it's so crazy because like I'm not gonna say like I didn't used to be on like hot shit.
Yeah.
But like I'm not on that anymore at all.
Yeah.
It's like when I got shot, it just drew me back into the bullshit.
Okay. So it was like a world that you had been in. You were coming out of it,
exactly.
And then this whole thing like put you back into that sort of
exactly. Like I was like I don't do stuff like this. I'm literally I'm a real manager.
Yeah, no, I mean, and everything that we've talked about, we were talking about before. We were talking about investing and all this stuff, and I'm like. Yeah, you're not that kind of like the hood rat guy that would like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You're an up and coming businessman. God, dude, I hope that your defense attorney is able to get you a really, really good deal, and that you are able to just like totally like get your life back on track, dude. Because that's just it'd be such a waste. You've got you're a young, talented guy that's got so much ahead of you in life for real.
Thank you. I think everything is gonna be all right. I have a positive mindset. I think everything's gonna be okay.
Good. Well, dude, thank you so much for sharing, and I'm grateful also that your gunshot wound turned out to be not that big of a deal.
That's right, not fatal. Right?
Not fatal. Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
The whole broken, young, male hood mentality just oozes through this story. It honestly hurts my heart. 2 out of the 3 main guys in this story did not have to be acting out in this foolishness. I hope this young man puts all this stupidity in his rear view and continues on a productive path. I hope the same for young men of all colors in Atlanta, but especially the black youth. Atlanta has been and is such a beacon of light in so many ways for the larger black community in terms of black excellence and success, and I believe that it will continue to be just that. Our next writer is a ray of sunshine. She tackles having health struggles affect her body with so much warmth and relatability.
Story number 253. Saturday, May 1st, 2021, 6:37 p.m.
So, in college, to like make a long story short, just a stressful semester at the beginning of college.
Yeah.
And when I went home, found out I had something called a hypothyroidism. So essentially like an underactive thyroid.
Yeah.
And your thyroid honestly controls way too much, if you ask me.
It does.
But
it does. I'm on medication for it. It's no fun.
No fun at all. So affecting like fatigue, weight, gain, hair loss, stress, all the things. All the things you can think of.
Yeah, pretty much everything. Your whole life. This one little gland.
Right.
You're like, wow.
All the things you can think of. So heading back to school was an okay time. I didn't really get fully how it came about because they didn't get how it came about. It's usually like stress induced, I guess, in most people.
Okay.
So going along with that, one of the biggest things or biggest side effects for me were weight gain and hair loss. And as a dancer, the weight gain part, I probably would say, like, I would think affected me the most in the beginning in like a vain sense almost.
Yeah. Because you're used to being, because dancers are like, you guys are in insane shape. And I need to make this note. We're in Atlanta, so when you say dancer, there's
choreography.
I was gonna say
techniques.
I wanted to make sure because you're not a pole dancer. Not that there's anything, but just to let people know that's the kind of dancer. Yeah.
Nothing at all wrong with that.
No.
I again have colleagues, but
yes, you're a choreographer.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I want to say like every like 3 Ubers I'm in,
I know.
If I'm having conversation, I'm like, yeah, I'm a dancer. I always have to go back and be like, choreographer.
Right.
Like,
yeah. No, being a strip club city, when girls tell you they're a dancer, it's like more than 50% of them are strip club dancers versus what you're doing. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys are like in an unbelievable shape. So I could see at first gaining weight, you're like, man, my body's not supposed to look like this. And then,
so then that was it. I won't say it was easy to deal with, but the one that kind of just like came out the shadows and was like, wait, what's going on here? Was definitely the hair loss. One. So for me, up until that point in college, I had locks.
Okay, yeah.
Or like dreadlocks, as most other people know them.
Okay. And you have to forgive like ignorant white guy questions, but I'm assuming when you say that, you mean like your own natural hair dreadlocks. Okay,
yes.
Just like that, which is how I imagined it. So let's make sure I'm right. Okay,
no
cool.
problem. No, I appreciate the question.
Yeah, which I love. I think that's so beautiful.
It was one of my favorites ever. It was a great time. But so, again, just to provide more knowledge, part of having locks sometimes is like when you retwist them, you're retwisting your hair.
Yep.
To like keep them neat if you choose to do so.
Yeah.
And they naturally kind of create like, I guess what I would call like space on your scalp. So like if you have one that you're twisting to the right and one that gets retwisted to the left, they're naturally kind of like gonna distance each other over time.
Makes sense.
So I had some of that happening, and I just kind of like attributed it to that part of having locks. And then after finding out that I had the whole hypothyroidism thing going on, it made more sense that I was like, okay, I'm losing a little more hair than I would have thought came with having this hairstyle.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the one I think that took the most, because then to like shorten 4 years of life, it was just like more hair loss and more weight gain each year of school. And it got to a point where like I just had to like answer a lot of questions about myself and find out a lot about myself in a very short amount of time. So it got to the point where I think like each year it seemed like of college I was trying something new with my hair, just as a part of me trying to figure out, as my mom trying to be supportive and just be like, what's going to make you comfortable. So just going through the many different areas and styles that exist within black hair. I think one year I was doing something we call like crochet twist, and then another year I was wearing wigs and stuff. And it was just happening so fast until eventually junior year. My mom also has very short hair like I currently have, even though listeners can't see that. She also has very low hair and always has, so it wasn't anything that was foreign for me to see. But during that junior year, she was like, let's just cut it and see. Like, if you hate it, we'll try to find something else that works. And if you love it, you love it. So then we cut it the first time, and I was happy, but when we first cut it, it was kind of like when guys get like a low Caesar, so like there's still some hair there. But while it was like freeing, quote unquote, to the public or people I was showing or people I would go back to, I still kind of felt like I was hiding parts of myself, because I still had to go back and like cover the bald spots I do have with like with various different like products and stuff. So that, even in that short amount of time before I like started cutting it all the way bald, was like, okay, yeah, I posted about this thing. I told people like, yeah, or people would see me and ask like, oh, why did you do it? Or that question alone was, it's always so much easier to be like, oh, I wanted to do it for a long time and I didn't really have any other options.
Right. Yeah, life took this choice away from me. Thank you so much.
Right. It was very, a lot easier to be like, yeah, you know, it's just, I wanted to try it out. Why not? Yeah. And not like, there was literally, this was option Z. So this was option Z. And not that I ever like looked down on the hairstyle. I think what shocked me the most was that I never grew up like a vain person. Like of course, yes, do I want to like look nice, but
of
like
course, which is good and normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, do I want to look nice, but to sound however this may sound, like it almost felt like it wasn't a lesson I needed to learn. Got it. So yeah. It made it even more like, why? Like I could even understand being older, even the weight gain part of it, even though it wasn't even in my control, because even though it never got to a super unhealthy state at all, there was just a point in my life where I was taking how I looked in terms of dance way too seriously when it didn't matter, especially in like high school. Right. Like why? Like I'm here dancing and my body was in great shape.
Of course, you're a dancer. Like
it didn't need any changing. So even that I could understand. When it came to the hair, it was like I never considered myself a vain person. I never really, or at least to my knowledge, was putting so much of how I saw myself in my hair until it got taken away from me. Right. That's, and it was so many like layers of how I see myself, how culturally hair is really important to Black people. Yes, absolutely. It's important to everyone.
It is. I was going to say every culture it's very important to.
It's important to everyone, but it is. Just the amount of things, specifically Black women in hair in our families, Black women in hair in the workforce, like there's just already so many things tied to Blackness and hair on top of just me being a girl in college. Like like it was so many layers of like, college is already where you try to like really figure yourself out.
You're searching for identity.
Exactly. And to have something drastically different about myself every year, like I wasn't really given the chance to take the time and be like, okay, this is my style. This is how I want to present myself. This is who I am, essentially. Because when it came down to it, it was either more weight and less hair each year. So there was something new to tackle, something else to tackle. I always joke with my friends that I was like, my weight was putting in overtime, and the hair was no call, no show. They was I love it. They were not answering the phone calls, no communication. Meanwhile, the weight was trying to make manager. Trying to make manager.
That's so funny. That's a great way to put it.
But yeah, overall, that probably like my biggest like lesson in that even was just doing the extra work, like taking the extra time to value things about myself that were completely unrelated to how I looked on a certain day. Right. And even actually that junior year that I decided to cut my hair like one day, I want to say like before class, before like a outing or something. I was like, you have to go into this year, and I think this was before I cut my hair, you have to go into this year being as unbothered and extra as possible. And I kind of just held on to that like unbothered and extra part because they kind of go hand in hand to me. Like when I explain it to people, unbothered is like an indifferent to like critique and conflict, and extra is like doing so much, or like doing so much that you also don't really care. Like both require you not to really care about extra input from people. Right. So I kind of held on to it. I started it's funny, I started a blog that I'm actually trying to start again now under that same premise of like confidence, like lifestyle things, but just getting people to value things about themselves, or maybe ask themselves the questions that they don't think they would have needed to ask. Like, I didn't think I needed to,
of course,
evaluate anything about how I attach my confidence to my hair or how I looked, but clearly God decided I did.
Yes.
So clearly that was not up for debate in that section.
Oh my God.
But
wow.
yeah, I definitely say the biggest lesson was trying to ask yourself why you value yourself. That has nothing to do with the way you look. And yeah, being as unbothered and extra as possible.
I love. So I want to say a couple things to you that are just like my observations about you, which are all awesome. But when you say the unbothered part, I'm like, yep, I know exactly what you mean. And then you say also be extra. When I think of someone being extra, I typically there's a little bit of like that. There's a little bit of judgment in it, like that person's so extra.
Yes.
You know, whatever.
Yes.
What do you mean when you say both unbothered and so extra? What does that look like to you?
Gotcha. So unbothered, again, in the sense of I'm indifferent about, like, the only thing that matters is how I feel about it, and so I'm indifferent to,
which I love and I agree
the positive
with.
and indifferent to the negative, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they can both skew you, and the extra in the sense of confidence and being as extra enough. You're doing so much that people recognize you, I guess. Like, they recognize that you're comfortable with yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so it's almost like, maybe a synonym for it could be having confidence.
Absolutely.
So indifference to people's opinions and having confidence in yourself. That makes perfect sense to me. So I just needed that to kind of clarify like what your head was. What your head was. And I do want to say this, and I'm going to preface this because I'm going to preface this with, I'm not saying this in sort of like a pat you on the head because you're like the little special child that needs it or whatever. I don't want it. No, I'm saying that ahead of time because I don't want, because I know I've heard your struggle and I can so relate as a young woman. Let's face it, I don't care who you are. Your hair and your body are two huge things, especially when you're young, that attach to your identity. And to have those things be changed sort of out of your control, like I can't even imagine. But I want to say, like, even when you were texting through the app on my rideshare app, letting me know, I was like, oh, this is a very conscientious person. And then you got in the car. You have so much light and you have so much joy about you. Like, you change environments that you get in. You are an absolutely amazing human being. And I will tell you, you're one of those people that no matter what the outside looks like, whatever judgments or thoughts you may have about them, the second you open your mouth, the second somebody like looks at you or begins to absorb your energy, they're going to know you're an absolutely incredible person, which I know you already know that, but I want to affirm that in you. Like,
Thank
really,
you.
Truly, you're an amazing person.
I appreciate that, honestly.
Yeah. So I just want to tell you, like you said, people, you can be the most beautiful person in the world. You can end up losing your hair. You can end up gaining weight. Your skin could go, there's 1,000 things that you just freaking can't control.
Yeah.
But the part that you can control, which is the kind of human you are and how you exist with other people, like, you're 10 out of 10, girl. For real. Yeah, you're amazing.
You made my day, honestly. I'm going to a class, well, not necessarily a class, but a session that I'm hosting, and was kind of nervous about it all day.
And can you don't have to, but do you want to tell the audience what you're hosting?
Sure. It's called, I call them like freestyle sessions. So I invite a bunch of dancers. And
so it's a freestyle dancing, hip hop dancing, or just
whatever
freestyle?
style that the person comes and is comfortable with.
Yeah.
I play music. I give them like prompts, like only use your upper body, or like only use your lower body, or think about move in like circles the whole time, like just different things to get their brain like moving different ways. And today's the first one, and I was excited about it, but also nervous about it, and just something about the interaction today just calmed me. So that's so
I
appreciate
awesome.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and so obviously with 98% 8% of my people. I keep them anonymous for obvious reasons. Your story is really powerful. If you would like, we can break the anonymity. If you have like a website or some way for people, because dance is so powerful and you're such an amazing person. And I feel like I like to support people that are actually living what they're preaching, because some people preach and don't live, but like you are clearly like you're a billboard for what you're preaching, the self-love message, which I kind of get tired of sometimes because everybody talks about it, but they're not necessarily living it, right? They're BSing, and I'm like, all right, it's a nice message, but you are like legit. So if you would like, would you want to? Because if you do put a website out there or something, then people will know who you are. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do it. Like, give me the deets, and then I will. When your snippet comes out, it'll just be your voice or whatever. It may not be captured, but when I do the actual podcast episode, I will include in the show notes a link.
Awesome. So in general, like my Instagram is at JADAONEAL _ Jada O'Neal. It's just my first and last name. Nice. And website, it's almost fully up, but the website is just www.unbotheredandextra.com.
I love that. Well, and to be honest, this episode may not fully release. Like the snippet will come out probably in 3 to 4 months, but the fully produced episode may not come out for like 2 or 3 seasons. So it may be next year before it comes out or whatever. So by then your website will be up and going.
Absolutely.
By then you're probably so famous you'll be like, yeah, just take that out of there. But no.
But yeah, it's Jada O'Neal _ Instagram, unbotheredandextra.com, and then as like a base kind of for my dance page things is also just JadaO'Neal.com.
That's awesome. And are you like, so let's say like I'm not a dancer, but let's just pretend for 2 seconds that I had 1 ounce of talent in my body when it comes to dancing, like my daughter or something. So, but are you going after like, okay, you want to be in the profession of dancing, come to me, or are you like, hey, you're working through a lot of crap right now in your life and you just want a great release and exercise? Like what is your target audience?
In dance, so the goal is to in part choreograph my own for either like groups of people, maybe an artist or something, but and also do some dancing myself. So like if an artist is going on tour, it's in a music video, things like that. And I kind of always try to prioritize like versatility with my dancing. So if there was a way for me to do both, like be in a modern dance company and still do what we call like commercial dance, which usually means like hip hop, then that would be wonderful. But yeah, working towards like making it more of a career. I got it.
That is perfect. Well, I will just say, if anybody cares what I think, I would want to work with you because, you know, when you're working with people who are like just good people to be around and bring good energy to the table, it's, you know, projects are already challenging enough. There's so much work. Then to have someone who is a D-bag is not fun, or a prima donna.
In any profession.
In any profession, no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing accounting or something in the arts. So yeah, highly recommend. I would work with you in a minute. But anyways, Miss Jada, I guess we're going to go with that now. You are so awesome. Thank you for inadvertently climbing in my rideshare today.
No problem. This was great. It made my day, and I can't wait to hear it when it comes out.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish Jada all the literal best in life. What a cool human being. This next story is an ode to, among other things, cool dads.
Story number 254. Saturday, May 1st, 2021, 9:17 p.m.
So I just did something that I've never done before, never thought I would do. I crashed a wedding.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. How does that go?
It wasn't my idea. It was actually my dad's. He and his golf buddies, one of them actually had a hole-in-one today. So they were like, how do we celebrate?
That's
and
huge.
You have to celebrate that.
Of course.
I think it was definitely an accident, but we're still really proud of him. But two of the guys in the group, or I guess a bunch of the guys in the group, were going to a wedding, and we're just joking around that my dad and this other guy who had the hole-in-one should totally go and crash. And so they were like, okay, great. Like, what's the bride's name? What's the attire? What time's the reception? And I think everyone else thought that they were, pulling their legs, so they kept going with all these details.
Yeah.
And my dad and his friend came home and said, we're going to do this. We're going to crash the wedding, and our daughters are going to be our dates. So my sister and I and our friend, we went with our dads and crashed the wedding. It was so fun.
You guys are my hero. Well, first of all, your dad and his friend are a baller. Like that is amazing. And you guys are awesome. Like, what a fun... you guys must have, like, a really cool, like, family vibe.
Yeah, I think our dad's definitely cooler than his kids.
Aww.
I don't know if any of us would have come up with that on our own, but it was really, really fun. And everyone at the party was... There were obviously people at the party who knew we weren't supposed to be there, but they were all great characters, kept it in line.
Yeah.
I actually ran into a friend. We had a bet going, who's going to run into someone first?
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah, my friend was like, what table are you at? I was like, I came in late to the ceremony. I didn't get my card, but I'm going to go get a drink. So hopefully find my table. I'll see you at the end.
Yeah, so how do you, when you've crashed a wedding, do you then wait till you're, like, thrown out, officially accepted, or do you just, like, sort of fade into the night when nobody's looking? Like, I don't I've never done it.
Yeah,
so I don't know
there's no rule book. You really got to feel out the vibe. So it
Yeah.
was a sit down dinner. So we left for the dinner part.
Okay.
And then are going back for half of the party is going, or half of the fake party is going back for the real party. But I think in the rule book, we're adding in this addendum that says you then get them a gift. So we found their
super cool
registry, and I think we're gonna sign it with our first names and say, thanks, we had a great time.
Oh my God. But then also get them a gift. That's super cool. Yeah, that's a good addendum if you're going to crash a party.
A plate.
Leave a little something.
Like a plate. We did get a picture.
Okay.
So we were thinking of also we could frame the picture and send it on. But that might be...
No, that
might be a little much.
No, that's not too much. That's amazing. Because, here's what's going to happen. Not only is this a great story for, like, you and your dad and his friend who made the hole-in-one, but this is also going to be an epic story for this bride and groom, right? Because they're going to be like, you're not going to freaking believe what happened at our wedding. Like, you guys just gave them, like, the gift of the story that will probably be the thing they talk about more than... Because I'd say, like, a month or so after a wedding, you don't really talk about much about that wedding unless it's just something epic happens. So I think you gave them a gift.
Yeah, and I think, if you're going to have random people crash your wedding, my dad and his friends are, tearing up the dance floor. My dad helped this random guy who couldn't tie his bow tie. So they're adding value.
I love that. Well, and I love that you had the, like, I love that you were willing to play along. Like, some people would be like, oh my God, my dad's so friggin' weird.
We were cringing when he was going up and asking for a selfie with the bride. That was
oh my
that
God.
Was that moment for us. But
the chutzpah in this guy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Man, thank you so much for sharing the story. I'm inspired. I have never wanted to crash a wedding before. I've never done it, but I don't know, man. Now it may be in my bucket list.
Yeah, just find the right crowd.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, man. Being a wedding crasher is just epic. Huge kudos to this group of dads and daughters. So we continue in the theme of good dads, but this story is decidedly sadder than the last one.
Story number 255. Friday, May 7th, 2021, 10:11 p.m.
So my name is Haley.
Yes, I like that.
And my best friend's name is Katie.
Okay.
Me and Katie actually have a interesting story growing up. We both were born in Los Angeles. We were actually living within less than 10 minutes from each other, and we both moved to the Atlanta area in the same month of the same year, 1996.
Not
we were
knowing
2
each
years
other.
old, not knowing each other.
Okay. How old? I'm sorry.
We were We were 2.
Got it.
Going on 2, yeah.
That's a very young
2
age
years
to make
old.
that big of a decision, but
Right?
you know what? I'm moving.
It wasn't, not by default. So, so we moved here, and we've actually met each other in the 4th grade, and ever since we've been best friends. So, unfortunately, this is not a happy story, but I guess the first thing that came to mind was, in this moment, in this time right now, we're kind of dealing with a sad situation. Her dad was diagnosed with colon cancer about 5.5 years ago.
Wow.
And it has just this past week spread to, well, actually it's been spreading over the years, but this past week we got some bad news, and he was rushed to the ER, and he was put on hospice.
Oh God. Wait, and is Katie the lovely young lady to your right?
No, she's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Different young lady.
Got it.
Both of our best
But both of our best
okay,
friends. We
got it.
all grew up together. We met in middle school, and then we went through high school and college, and we've been by each other's sides this whole time. But
Which is amazing.
yeah,
26 now.
26 years old.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time that we've been together, but unfortunately, this has been a tough week
Yeah.
for us all, and we're just trying to figure out how to help her navigate what she's going through. And her dad has been a big part, honestly, the biggest part of her life, probably more than anybody else in her family. So I know it's not been easy for her, but
Yeah.
she's very strong, and we're just trying to figure out how we can help her through this right now. I don't know, it's kind of
Yeah.
an awkward,
No, I mean, it's
sad situation.
It's so real though, because at some point we all lose our parents,
Yeah.
and God, man. So first of all, I'd love to know a little bit about like name a way or two that you think that he has just affected his daughter's life, because you said she really values him. So like, what are some practical?
Gosh.
Oh, I would definitely say.
Oh, here. This is my friend Susan.
Yes.
Susan?
Susan. Love
Hey,
you.
this is Susan.
Yo, Susan. Do I have permission to use your voice?
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
I would definitely say. I mean, she's always. Oh, sorry, Katie. Damn it.
Katie, damn it.
Katie is super close with her. She's always been close with her dad, but they just like love talking about like stocks and like business stuff.
So almost like a mentor.
Yeah,
relationship.
she's almost for sure. He's almost like a mentor to her. Definitely, I would say. And I just feel like she's probably not as close as she is with like her mom and her brother, and that's all they like. But yeah, I would definitely say her dad is like her everything right now. So this is a lot for her, and it's a lot for us, especially to like see her go through all this.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like times. Like here's
No, that's
Haley.
Yeah. We're doing a fantastic job keeping all these names straight.
The names are straight.
Totally made up names.
I think that he's definitely just been the most real, stable thing in her life, her whole life. I mean, her family situation, from the outside, it could seem picture perfect, but I know that there's been some struggles within, and I think her and her dad have always stayed very on the same wavelength. Aside from her mom and brother, they're more of similar people, and I think her and her dad are like the exact same person, and they kind of have a different relationship than the rest of her family. But I don't know, it's honestly kind of hard to put into words. Like I don't know.
No, I mean, obviously, I'm a dad, so I'm a sucker for like good dads that leave a good legacy with their kids. That's a huge, because it's not easy. You don't always get to do that, and so dads that manage to accomplish that, I think that, I don't know, to me it's like maybe the greatest thing you can do in your whole life as a guy.
Totally.
So yeah, that's a really beautiful thing. And then I mean, I know you guys are obviously, if he's in hospice, you're anticipating that he's going to be passing at some point here, and then you guys are really going to be stepping into that role as, comforter and all that. So,
Right.
First of all, she's incredibly lucky to have friends like you guys around her, and that'll make a huge difference. What are you guys already have you guys had like conversations like, hey, here are some of the things that we're planning on doing to sort of support her? Or?
Yeah, I think, so this week, so actually it was last Wednesday, she went to a doctor appointment with him. The hospital, he asked if he should be put on hospice. The doctor told him no, that he wasn't ready.
Okay.
And then 2 days later, he was rushed to the ER, and unfortunately, they just didn't deliver any good news. They said that there was nothing that they could do.
Yeah.
Then there was a awful situation with the hospice, which just sucks because that's the one job that they have, right?
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
Yeah. So they didn't even check in on him, I know, within a day and a half. And I think it was, didn't show up, didn't call, didn't do anything until they were calling to cancel the service. And they're like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? No.
Yeah.
No, everything's not okay, So we all, us 5 of our best friends, we went over there a couple nights ago to go see her and see the family and just try to I just know that being alone and not having a lot of help through it all has been really hard. I know for her mom, it's a lot of pressure on her.
Yeah.
Her dad actually worked in the healthcare industry, so he's he knows kind of the way it works, I guess.
Yeah.
And he knows the good and the bad, but I don't know, I think we're just trying to support her as much as we can and help her out however.
Yeah.
Susan wants to talk.
Susan.
Hey, this is Susan.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay, when we were over there, was it 2 days ago? Something that she said that really touched me was she was talking about, because he's in hospice, obviously, and he's in his room in a hospital bed, but she was basically saying there's just his presence in the house is comforting her so much, but she also knows how much in pain he is, and that she's kind of conflicted where it's so comforting that he's here, but she also knows that he needs to he doesn't have much time, and he also she wants him to kind of let go just so that the suffering is over.
Yeah.
So that really touched me. But she's the type of person where she is super outgoing, loves to be around people, never likes to be alone.
Got it.
Which is kind of funny because she lives alone. She lives alone, so it's but she literally lives alone, and then has her best friend, Julene, she stays there every night, literally. So she's never alone. So basically, our plan is, for sure to just constantly make sure someone is with sleeping over there. Good. Because me and Haley both live right next to her, so we're gonna be there constantly. She has also, one of our best friends just got her a golden retriever, which she's obsessed with golden retrievers.
Oh, yeah, they're the best dogs.
Yeah, so she has a golden retriever.
We got that for her.
And he is, oh my God, she is literally so in love. Yeah, so she's so in love with him. She's always wanted one, so she will be with him. And we also are planning on a girls trip to Miami.
Heck yeah.
And I didn't tell you this, Haley, but the other day when we were at Katie's house, she was telling us about how, which I was very surprised because I was like, oh shoot, are we going to need to cancel the girls trip? Because all this is happening. Because you don't know what kind of state she'll be in. And she immediately said, she was like, I am so ready for this girls trip. I need to be around my friends. I need to be around my people. So yeah, that's just, our plan is definitely just to have loving company around her not constantly, but obviously as much as she needs.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say this because I know we're here at the spot, but I feel like this young lady, and then just you guys in general, are really, really lucky to have this friend group, because I've learned in life that community is one of the most important important ingredients, and not everybody has that. So, like, she's incredibly lucky because
sure.
we're all going to face tragedy. I mean,
Yeah,
truly.
I know.
And so to have you guys, like, she's really, really blessed to have you guys in her life. And
Yeah,
you guys are
we're
amazing.
so blessed to have her in our life. Like, yeah, we definitely are like a tight group for sure. We're best friends. We've been best friends since they've been best friends for literally since they were 2 years old.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Since they came out of the womb, but I've been best friends there since like early age of high school, freshman year. So yeah, it's been a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for sharing a hard story. I know. Yeah, these are the kind of stories, though, that connect with people because we all go through hard stuff. So
Exactly.
The good and the bad, but
Yeah, for sure.
real and open, vulnerable. So
I'm
I love
glad.
it. Thank you.
Glad we did this.
yeah,
this
thank
was
you guys
good.
so much. You guys are awesome.
this is a tribute to my girl. We love you so much.
Oh,
if you ever hear this,
Yeah, well, make
Katie.
sure she hears. Make sure Katie.
Katie.
Hears this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Losing a dad or anyone else that has left a positive impact in your life is that you feel a proportionate pain to how much you love them. I said it when we were chatting, but all of us go through loss, so I feel they are so blessed to have each other to lean on during this ordeal. And Godspeed to the dad. Your work here may be done, but may you always experience the joy of your positive impact while hanging out on the other side. Before we bring this ship to shore, let's have just a little dose of pettiness and revenge to take us home.
Story number 256. Friday, May 7th, 2021, 10:44 p.m.
Okay, it's kind of just a little petty, boring story.
Okay.
I am 17,
Okay.
and one of my second jobs was IHOP.
Okay.
Horrible job. Don't recommend it.
Uh-oh.
Terrible. Eggs are fake, by the way. Eggs
Egg-
are fake.
Uh-oh, what are they made out of? Because I like IHOP eggs a lot.
They come from a bag. So
Okay.
that's all. They let me cook one time, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, butter? And they're like, no, it is the eggs. Any whoosies.
Yeah.
Considering me being 17 and in the food industry,
Yeah.
I was bullied a lot because of my age. But of course, I have this personality that makes me stand up for myself.
Good.
There's this one girl. Can I say her name?
Let's use like a letter of her name.
Okay, K.
Yes.
Her name started with a K.
Yeah.
Raging bitch. She
Uh-oh.
really did not like that we were in the same profession, and I'm like 10 years younger than her.
Right.
We made the same amount of money, and she really hated that.
That
So,
makes sense. Yeah.
Miss K had red hair, raging bright red hair. She hated me,
Oh.
and she hated anybody else with red hair, and she made it a point to tell everyone, like, oh, that bitch has red hair. I fucking hate her. But no, she hated me to a point where every time I walked past her, and of course it's IHOP, so I'm carrying 5 plates on my arms.
Yeah.
She would bump into me.
Oh,
I'm carrying
no.
hot coffee.
No.
Bump directly into me.
Oh, no.
A few weeks before I quit, I dyed my hair red. And I walked into work, and I'm like, hey, girl, like, you notice anything different about me? I've never seen anyone go from, like, a smile to an immediate frown. I'm pretty sure she cried behind the dumpster later on that day. Like, I most likely made that a rumor. Like, she cried behind the dumpster later on that day.
Yeah.
And that's made me who I am today, and I'm very proud of that.
I love that. I love that level of petty. Although, I feel like she got the way better end of the deal.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, because all you did is hurt her feelings a little bit. She was knocking your food over.
She was really pissed off. Like, she was utterly pissed off.
Okay, yeah.
But
I feel like if someone's knocking your food over, they need to be checked even harder. But maybe
very true. Oh no,
psychological warfare though is a powerful thing. I will not
most
deny.
definitely. Before like hurting anyone like physically, I want to manipulate them.
It's so much more powerful. Anybody can punch somebody, slap somebody, kick somebody, whatever. Yeah. No. Manipulation of the mind.
Yeah.
That's,
fuck with their brain.
Oh yeah, that's the
exactly,
dark arts.
Because then they don't
there.
know who's fucking with them.
You're like this picture of like beautiful, sweet, kind, and you definitely are at your core. But I love that there's like this little like sinister side to you. I would never have guessed it. Yeah,
I'm a big bitch.
I don't believe you at all. But I do believe that you will stand up for yourself.
Oh,
So,
of course.
Yeah. I
Always
love that.
stand up for yourself.
Yes, that part I will totally.
You are worth it. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah, so good. Hey, Miss Gemini, you're awesome.
Thank
You
you.
made a girl cry behind a dumpster.
I did.
Yeah, amazing.
Putting that on my obituary.
Yeah, or at least, well, try it on your resume too. Psychological warfare is not to be underestimated. And her message of standing up for yourself in a smart way that avoids violence, that's a pretty good one. All right, ladies and gents, we have experienced some of the breadth of the human experience here together today. Starting with a story involving issues facing young black men in America, to using asymmetrical warfare techniques on the nasty coworker in your life, I feel like we covered some ground. But my big thoughts from the trip are around the two dad stories. While we have no control over what type of dad we have, if you are one, it is truly the joy of a lifetime to try to be a good one. Even if you do it like me and don't really get it figured out till you're way further down the road than is probably optimal, just do what you can. I promise the investment is worth the return. Peace, y'all. This is what happens when you are a rideshare driver in Atlanta and ask people for their stories. These weren't handpicked people with great stories. They just happened to get in my car and be gracious enough to share with all of us. And who knows, maybe someday you'll be in Atlanta and need to grab a rideshare and end up telling the rest of us the next great story on BCP. I'd actually encourage you to, every so often, just ask a stranger to share a story from their life. You never know what you might learn. I believe that our stories are powerful. They can make you laugh, cringe, cry, or even get you to think or feel differently. Our stories can truly make this world a little bit better place. So please subscribe, rate, and listen to this podcast and share it with as many adults as possible. It would mean so much to me. First and foremost, I want to thank the incredible writers who trusted me with your stories. You're my heroes. Thanks also to all the people in the background who have believed in this project/dream. All of the music on this podcast was found on pixabay.com, and it was free, which is an amazing gift when you're starting a podcast on a shoestring budget.